Alrighty, what is quacking, everybody? Today, in this week of wow, what character can I turn into Kullervo this week? I chose Garuda. Garuda slaps as being a Walmart Kullervo. Let me tell you what, Garuda is absolutely insane when it comes to beating a Walmart Kullervo. Dare I say, probably the second best Kullervo that I've ever used. You know, Volt was nice, Atlas was nice, even using Excalibur Umbra was nice. But honestly, Garuda just has insane survivability and energy upkeep. It is insane, and you are slashing and killing everybody with Garuda as your Walmart Kullervo. So before I dive into this anymore, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe. And also a PSA, if you've seen my other build videos, I'm not broke anymore. I got a 75% off plat voucher and I bought the most expensive one. I have big boy money. I have adult money and I bought that. That 75% off was massive. So now I have 4,000 plat, which is actually my fiance's 4,000 plat. So I was buying her Christmas gifts like through the rest of, you know, everything that she needed from Warframe Market. But anyways, back to the Garuda build. So I'm going to do a little bit of explaining here and my thought process behind everything. So Garuda has very nice abilities that keep her very nice and healthy. And one of the big abilities is bloodletting, where you sacrifice your health to generate energy. And this is massive because you can just instantly keep your energy up. And as long as you're healing, you just have energy. And the issue I was having with other builds that I was, you know, incorporating and stuff like that were energy efficiency mods and, you know, arcanes and stuff like that. With Garuda, you do not need that. If you make sure you stay alive by using your other abilities, using Blood Altar and Dread Mirror, you are going to stay alive indefinitely, and you're going to be able to just keep your energy up with bloodletting over and over again, and you are just never going to die, and you're going to have so much energy where you're just going to be spamming Kullervo's first ability, Wrathful Advance, and you're just going to melt everything with your talons. Another fun thing about Garuda's first ability is you can hold it down and do a big mass explosion. So that's just another way that you can just do things. It really has nothing to do with what I'm going to be talking about, like build wise, but I just think it's very cool that while yes, you can be a Walmart Kullervo with Garuda, you can also just have like an alternate way to just kill things, which is very nice. So starting off with the Garuda build, I'm going to be honest, I really don't think you need vitality. I just put it on to see how it felt with vitality, but you can also use Garuda's augment, which I don't believe I have, unfortunately. Or actually this one, Dread Ward. You can use Dread Ward. I haven't played with it, but you could use Dread Ward, or I just put on Vitality just to see how it felt. But this is kind of the overall gist of the build. You got Augur Message for duration, Augur Secrets for strength, Umbral Intensify, Prime Continuity, Prime Flow, Transient Fortitude, and Augur's Reach for the range. I got Steel Charge and Power Drift as well. So kind of like juicing Garuda really good here. And then I have Molt Augment and Arcane Fury for this is just a very stereotypical loadout for Garuda and like what I'm using Garuda for. Next is Garuda's talons. I have melee influence on them, and then I got all of these mods right here. I have Magnetic Rush to really deal with shields, but I got, you know, Shocking Touch to really implement, and a Voltaic Strike for that thunder damage, Condition Overload for all the status effects that you'll be doing, because I also have Slash as well. You can swap out Condition Overload. You can kind of like really change this up however you want, honestly. Add more elements to it as well, but this is just kind of what I'm running for the most part, getting that extra damage juice in there. Unfortunately, because of the slash changes, it's, you know, slash is whatever, but honestly, this thing just slaps. You're just killing everything regardless. So this is a pretty solid build. However, it's Warframe, and you can just kind of build to whatever you really want, honestly. I was thinking of something using Melee Dowdy, but I haven't, you know, put that to work yet. So I'm just, you know, covering Melee Influence for now. Now, obviously, with Garuda, you're not running a melee weapon as you don't need one, and you can't use one if you want to use Garuda's talons. So, no melee for Garuda's talons. Epitaph Prime, here's the build if you want to look at it. You know, just Epitaph Prime, very just simple primer build. And then I have Coda Basicist as well. Very just kind of simple, you know, build that I just went for. Just kind of, you know, throwing everything out there. Got the viral, magnetic radiation, and blast. Kind of got a combination of everything basically. But those are just the weapons. But the primary things is the talons and Garuda herself. And then for companions, I have the Panzervolpaphyla as well on the previous video. Now that I have plat, I'm gonna get more mods. If you watch my previous videos, you know I'm poor. I'm gonna get more mods. Next video, more mods. I will spend all of my plat and money as much as I need to get the mods that I need for my Panzervolpaphyla to be decked out. I'm gonna be dope. But yeah, just Panzervolpaphyla with whatever mods you really want on it, honestly, and just kind of, this is also your very good primer helper buddy. So with that all being said, basically if I was to start a mission, I would just use my bloodletting and just kind of, you know, do that, max out my energy, and then boom, talon, and then just kind of go there as well, and then bam, just start killing everybody. Everybody just get nukes. It's just an absolute nuke fest. You're just killing everybody. You know, you can also primer. I didn't primer there, but, you know, go around, primer, do whatever, and you're just gonna constantly just kill things. And because you have the auger mods on, you're gonna be getting an purple overshield as you're using abilities and stuff like that. So that's just added survivability to this. I'm not really using this build to go to max level or anything. I don't think I'm ever gonna go to max level, but this is a very fun and actually like usable build when you're just running through Steel Path or just any type of content in general. So here I am in the mission, just starting off into an actual Steel Path mission. Just bam, get myself up, and then you're just going to run at the enemies. And with Garuda's passive, you're just obviously going to do more damage as well. So you just go through here, just start murdering everybody. Everybody just is going to die to me. It does not matter. And I'm just gonna start nuking everybody. It's really just insane how like insane this Garuda build is. Just killing everything. Everything just dies. I still have a bunch of energy right now, just kind of going through, just running, you know, running around, making sure I'm staying alive as well, obviously. And then, like I said, with Garuda's thing, you just hold it down and then let it go. Everybody dies as well. So you just run around and just have fun with it. Like, this is just insane. Like, I didn't know how well this would work when I first thought of it. I was like, oh, you know, I don't use Garuda that much, but I saw a video of someone, you know, covering Garuda, and I was like, oh, I think that'd be cool if I did Garuda next. I had other options, but I unfortunately don't have the other frames built. I want to relook at my Gara a little bit, and I want to look at Korra and Ash for what I have planned. But outside of that, I'm just like, yeah, I have Garuda basically built. I should just use Garuda. And yeah, that's what I did. I just put Garuda together, and now I'm just able to just run around, do things. Everybody just dies. And it's just kind of insane for the most part. You just get to kill everything. You know, I'm not playing perfect by any means, but it's just like, yeah, everything's just going to constantly die over and over again. I didn't cover crystals actually, so probably for crystals you can just kind of use I would say casting speed for sure. I don't have any crystals because I'm still poor. I'm poor in that department. I'm poor in the crystal department, but you know, you just honestly get casting speed, get, you know, whatever you need that you want. I would definitely suggest casting speed because honestly the cast is, you know, very long. It takes a while, but yeah, just honestly casting speed as you run through these missions and just start killing things. I'm playing a little safe right now so I don't die. But yeah, this is just kind of like the bread and butter gameplay. Like I said, I should be primering as well and just kind of like going through and just killing things. Like I said, obviously like my mods aren't maxed out and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm poor. I need to like farm more things. So you just kind of go through. It's really just the most insane thing. And this is what I love about Warframe. I'll say every single video that I make, this is what I love about Warframe. You can just make what you want. You can have fun. I love Melee and I love Kullervo. And, you know, there'll be a Kullervo build video at some point, you know. But right now I'm enjoying this little, you know, Walmart Kullervo series I'm doing. Just it's just kind of fun. It's just fun to just kind of, you know, have fun, go around, just kind of, you know, yap while I'm just killing things, and that's just what I enjoy. I enjoy just doing this, just, you know, having a very fun time for the most part, and I think that's what we all enjoy about Warframe for the most part. I'm not like, obviously, like, there's, you know, there's some form of sweat lords, I would say, in Warframe, but like, you know, besides like sweating for your mastery rank, I guess, like, it's just kind of, you know, whatever. At the end of the day, you just, you know, you just run around, do stupid stuff, and then, like, I'm not even doing drip. I know that's like one of the biggest endgame things is just drip, but like, I don't have any drip. But now that I'm rich with all the plat, I can, you know, I guess do drip. But I'm not really like a drip person. I've never really been a drip person, I would say. I definitely could be though, but I don't know, just like doing drip stuff never like really tickled my fancy, I would say. Like, I'm just kind of like, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, this guy is like messing me up right now. But yeah, I've just never been a drip person per se. You know, just kind of have done. I mostly just play for the game. I should definitely do some drip though, because I know that's like, you know, a core end game part. I'm like kind of basically at end game. Like, I haven't finished my sealed path by any means, but definitely could just, you know, finish my steel path and stuff like that, and kind of just, you know, get my drip in order. But anyways, that has been my Garuda Walmart Kullervo build. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you feel inspired. I hope this tickles you a little bit. I know this definitely isn't like up there with like, oh, amazing crazy builds. I'm not trying to make amazing crazy builds. I'm trying to make fun builds. I don't care if I'm doing like 9 million red crit or if I'm doing 50k red crit. As long as the build's fun and interesting to me, that's what I care about most. And that's what I like about this Garuda build is like, I get to do the core fundamental melee things and just kind of like jump around and kill things. So if you liked the video, subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. Let me know if I inspired you in the comments down below. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Peace.